おたすなではめちゃめちゃ珍しい画角。あ、そう。
もうこれからはこんな感じでやっていこうぜ。
初めて見る画角。
ほんまこんな感じ。
あ、
こたちの家で
逆
こたち
じゃない。
に入る。おい、
飲んでる。バリしょうもないで。
飲んでない。
絶対カットするからね。
絶対使ったもんね。
こんなお父さん嫌や。
はい、ということで、今日は久しぶりに、家族全員来ています。ということで、僕たちは、世間的に英語を喋れる家族として、知ってもらってるということで、前回も英語で喋る機会があって、その時にこうたくさんまたちょっと家族全員で英語を普通に話してほしいとか、英語学習をしている皆さんのためのちょっと今回は英会話をしていきたいなって思っております。
はい。
ということで、僕が質問をするんで、それを英語でちょっと答えていけたらなって思います。
語で？
どういうこと？あれ？
しょうもな。
じゃあ質問していきたいと思います。
はい。
What's the reason why you guys decided to learn English? The two of you.
Me? Okay. My father went to the United States on a business trip,
Okay.
and he stayed with an American family. And there was a girl in that family. He introduced her to me, and I started to send letters. I was like 5 or 6 years old at that time, and of course I couldn't understand English at all. So my father translated her letters into Japanese, and he read it in Japanese. And I got very interested in, somebody who lives in a different country. And then I thought, oh, if I can speak English, I can make a lot of friends in the world. That's how I got interested in English for the first time. And he kind of put a seed in my mind so that I like to learn English. So I'm really, really grateful to him. That's how it started. Interesting, right?
Okay, how about you?
Well, as for me, it's written in the book. But when I was 6, while I was watching TV, I accidentally listened to a song being played by British artist Monkeys, and I really liked that song. And
What's the song's name?
the title of the song was
So you don't
The
know
Monkeys.
The Monkeys. You know, I know the artist.
Artist.
The Monkeys. The song's name.
So your head's IQ is like a monkey too. Okay, well, so you got obsessed, and
Yeah.
that was like the reason why you started to like learn English.
Yes, I listened to the songs by American artists or British artists, and try to memorize all those lyrics.
Who did you like?
Simon and Garfunkel and Carpenters.
Carpenters.
You always played the Carpenters when like you took me to school, right? Or wasn't it?
Yeah,
Carpenters,
yeah.
right?
Which song?
When I was
So,
young,
I
I listened
to the radio. Whenever I finish
I'm on the
top of the world looking
down in creation, and the only explanation I can find
Yeah.
is the love that I found
Ever since you've been around,
and that's put me at the top of the world.
うわ
I'm on the
だから
確かに very nostalgic.
because you guys played music 24/7, we were able to like increase our listening skills. Like
It's amazing how we can still like sing
It comes
along
out,
to
yeah.
this song and like
just
subconsciously know the lyrics.
You guys
We
were
haven't
very
s-
little.
Yeah, I
So-
haven't heard that song in like 10 years,
Yeah.
and I still can like mouth
So
the
remember,
lyrics to
yeah,
it.
that's
I
that's
think
the
so.
power of the subconscious mind.
Yeah, subconsciously.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a junior high school student, when I had an English composition test, I used to think of the lyrics that I memorized about 300 songs. And
300 songs.
300. And
A lot.
instantly I pictured the lines of the lyrics, and I put the lyrics into the answers, and usually I got it correct. I have two things that I used to do. One is it's a speaking diary. So
Oh, it's good.
put what I was thinking into English. And second is to translate anything that is on the TV screen into English too. And every time you have difficulty translating, I used to pick up the dictionary or the lines of the movies. You know, being alone in my room, I acted like an actor. Like, so, what is there for me to say? Because when I finish, you'll sentence me for my crime, just like that. And that knowledge about the lyrics or lines helped me a lot when I had a test.
Yeah, in case, for those of you who don't know, even though he was in an environment full of Japanese people, he went to like the movie theater a lot to practice his English, and then listen to a lot of radio to just keep getting that exposure. So he's a total example of how you can learn English without having an English environment. That's something that can inspire a lot of the viewers here. So yeah, that's amazing. That's something I respect about you.
Thanks a lot.
I have a question. In your perspective, does listening to English songs or like watching movies help you improve your speaking skills in your daily life? Because like in my opinion, I think it's a good way to learn English, but like the phrases you learn from songs and movies and phrases you speak in daily life is kind of different. The way I still learn English is by watching reality shows, because like you can just like copy the phrase
Okay, that's
exactly,
what you
right?
mean.
Yeah.
I think that maybe you cannot use the
Exact-
the
yeah.
same phrases and sentences, but you can learn vocabulary
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah.
can use in daily
But-
conversation.
That doesn't like link to how well you can speak English, right? Because like just learning vocabulary doesn't like improve your talking skills. Vocabulary, in my opinion, I think is like the least important.
Yeah.
I feel.
The
Because,
least
like-
important, I think it's one of the most
But
important
like it
skills.
depends on that vocabulary, you know. It's like you don't learn all those words.
If you have no vocabulary,
Yeah.
when you study Russian, for example, if you don't know any words, you don't understand. You can't understand
I
anything.
know.
I think what he's trying to say is that as long as you have the basics, you don't have to go too much deeply into memorizing what this vocab means, and instead just try to have a conversation with like a lot of foreigners.
The reason why you want to learn English is because you want to be able to speak in
Speak
English,
and
right?
communicate,
So like,
yes.
because like if you're watching a movie that is based on government, you don't use that in your daily life, like speaking,
Like
right?
the political conversations and
Yeah.
everything.
Or like if you're watching sci-fi.
Yeah, I think family movies
Yeah,
are very
that's
good,
Mm.
and there's not a lot of slang
Mm.
there. Their conversations are very easy to understand, easy to catch. Because movies are very difficult to understand. You know, I don't understand everything either. So to my students, I recommend cartoons, for example, Disney
Disney,
movies too.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the reason why Japanese people kind of avoid trying out their speaking skills is because they're embarrassed. and they're kind of shy also.
And they're afraid of making mistakes.
Exactly.
I just remembered one episode that I wrote in this also book. Japanese people hate, getting embarrassed, right? And they're also shy. And when I started to take an English class in San Francisco, and I was in one of the advanced level classes, and there were some students from Spain or Italy, and they love talking. So once they start talking, they cannot stop. And their grammar was terrible. And I thought, oh my God, if I had their grammar skill, I wouldn't speak at all. But since they love talking, they don't care, how many mistakes they make. So it's also a kind of mindset. If you have something that you really want to tell, I think that's also a very important factor.
I guess it's like a cultural thing as well, though.
Yeah.
Making mistakes are to be ashamed in Japan, and I think a lot of people are also judgmental to each other. But in terms of language, I think it's totally fine to make a mistake. And I think that's how you learn the language. Be proud of yourself that you're able to speak Japanese, because it's one of the hardest languages in this world.
The more mistakes you make, the faster you can improve your English. Yes. So don't be shy. It's okay. Everybody does make mistakes.
Regarding this book, one thing I want to say is that because I was able to speak English, I feel like the number of times I kind of deny people's opinions or like their claims has decreased, because through learning a lot of different values all around the world, I personally didn't develop like a really concrete definition of what's right and wrong, and I feel like I'm more open-minded and like not too conservative, not too lenient towards one kind of side of opinion. That really helped me resolve a lot of relationship problems through my daily life.
I'm very happy that this book will get published on April 22nd by Aruku. Aruku is one of the leading companies that publish a lot of English materials, textbooks, and we also learned English from textbooks by Aruku when we were young. So I was very, very happy and very thankful that they decided to publish our book. I really hope that this book will be reached to those who want to improve their English. And also all the parents and adults who are interested in rearing children. So I think that everybody can enjoy reading this book. Thank you. Please read this book.
Yeah, I think the campaign I was talking about in the other video will be ending in a few days. So if you guys want our signed books, please reserve this book from the link below.
はい、ということで、今日は英語企画だったんですけど、浜田家が作ったこの本、ぜひ手に取って読んでみてください。ということで皆さん、バイバーイ。
チャンネル登録してね、チャンネル登録してね、この真ん中の丸いボタンをちゃんと1秒押すだけ、チャンネル登録ボタンを押して、今から押して、早く押して、明日もう押してやだな。